Hey, fatty! Welcome back to another episode of the 2080 Weight Loss Diet. The fastest way to lose weight on YouTube, motherfucker. Now, first thing you should be doing, you fat pigs, get your urine ketone strips. Okay, this tells everything. This tells if you're fucking shit up. You want your color in the top 3 all the time, 24 hours a day. Now let's check mine. Okay, so yesterday, my protein was way under 20% of my total calories, all right? Way under. And I ended up eating one meal yesterday. I fasted all day, went and did some sauna work, did a little bike ride, and then I ate at about 5 o'clock at night, and it was the whole thing, okay? That's a normal amount of food for me. It's not a big deal for me to wolf down like 2,700 calories on these macro ratios. I was done, though. I'm done. Okay, fuck, you can't overeat on this. It's impossible if the ratios are right. You're gonna want to puke. Okay, this diet will take you right to your fucking default best body weight before you even start feeling any real hunger. Okay, so I got my cup of piss. Let's see where we're at. So I'm fasted, okay? I haven't ate nothing yet. So this is, like I said before, when you eat a pile of fat and you got the fucking ratios right, we're going to get into that. Okay, when you eat a pile of fucking fat and the fucking protein's low enough, you're going to have high ketone values after the meal. Okay, it's not going to get fucked up because you overate on fucking a pile of meat, a pile of protein. Okay? Ooh, they're fucking juicy this morning. Pissing ketones like crazy. You see that? So right now I'm actually right on the second one. Now I'm probably going to fast all day again today. I might even go train fasted. All right? Have some snake juice. Okay, go train fasted. Then I might hold off and just eat after that. But you can see that. Okay, Mike, strips are always going to be in here unless you fuck it up. Okay, this always tells the truth. Always. As long as your strips aren't fucking older than sin. Okay, if you want to check your blood sugars, you can check blood sugars. Some of you are going to be all fucked up, fatty liver and shit, you fat pigs. Your blood sugars aren't going to see those crazy low numbers where they should be until you get in fucking some better health. But these are always going to show color. Okay, the sugars will get low real quick. Okay, it's not going to take like years. It's going to take like days. Okay? But you might have a few days where your body's clearing and dumping. And you'll notice that you might get some weird blood sugar readings if you're checking blood sugars. You don't need to. These are good enough. But sometimes the blood sugar might be rock bottom, where it should be. You're not going to die if your fucking blood sugar shows 60 milligrams per deciliter, motherfucker. You're a fucking idiot. You're fucking completely fucking indoctrinated into your stupid high blood sugar levels from your fucking doctors. Okay, 60s is perfect. 70s. Okay, anything under 80. If your blood sugars are averaging over fucking 80 in the 90s and shit, keep ketosis out your fucking mouth. Okay, you're not doing a fucking ketosis diet. Okay, you're not on a 2080 diet. You're on something else. Okay, now, I made a fucking mistake when I was fucking mouthing off to fucking fat asses about the fucking ratio. Okay, you know how you usually have the old school way to measure shit? You just go 1 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. Okay, I was fucking running my mouth so much about all the fucking other numbers and crunching numbers in my head that when I went a 2 to 1 ratio, 2 to 1 fat to protein ratio fits the criteria. Because I had some people message me last night like, fuck Cole, you fucked up. But it's okay, because it doesn't matter anyway, because I fucked up on the good side. Okay, I fucked up on the good side, okay? You'd be in deeper fucking ketosis. Okay, you weren't going to go over. End of the day, it's 20% or less protein of the total calories. Okay? But if you fucking take 1 gram of fat to, if you take 1 gram of protein to 2 grams of fat, okay? And you go 18 calories worth of fat. That's where I fucked up. I forgot to add the 4 calories of protein to the 18 for the total. Okay, because I was fucking talking about total calories the whole fucking video. So if you go 4 calories per gram of protein, right? And you go 18 grams worth of fat is 2 fucking grams of fat. So 2 to 1. Okay, 2 to 1 ratio, 2 grams of fat to 1 gram of protein. Okay, 18 plus 4 is going to be 22 calories total because you got 1 gram of fucking protein, 2 grams of fat, and then you go 4 fucking calories due to the protein, divide by 22 is 18%, which fits the criteria of the 20/80 diet. Okay, you're under 20% total protein. Okay, but the reason I keep dwelling on the protein and worrying about that, because when I do it personally, okay, I always want to see that I get enough protein, okay, at the minimum. And that's why I always look at my meat sources when I eat. And I'm like, okay, am I going to hit what I want to hit for protein grams today? So let's say it's 120. Let's say I want to hit 120 grams of protein, okay? I don't do this that way. I don't go, oh, I got to hit 120 grams of protein, therefore, as long as I'm 2 to 1 on the fat. So if I'm 120 grams of protein, as long as I'm 240 on the fat, I'm good, which you are. But I don't do it that way because once you get trace carbs in there and shit, I don't really give a fuck about the fat grammage because I know that it's going to be the fats. I'm going to make it on the fat as long as I know the calories total, that my protein is under 20% of the total calories. So that's why I go 120 grams of protein for me and times it by 20 for the factor. And I know that I need to be minimum 2,400 calories. Minimum. Okay, because 2,400 right on the money would mean that my protein was exactly 20%. Okay, but, and the other thing too, a lot of times you get fucking complacent. You're not counting your calories. Okay, I want you to still have calories in there. You got to fucking count them. Now, could you figure out your calories if you just use your 2 to 1 ratio? Yeah, you can. Okay, it's fine. Okay, obviously you'd have X amount of grams of fucking protein and then 2 times that in fat. Okay, 9 calories per every gram of fat times that, and then add it to the protein, but then you got your trace carbs in there. So that's why I fucking use that factor. It's just easy for me to look at the food. It's more the way it works when I'm looking at the food. I never look at the grams of fat. I don't fucking care. Because I know that I'm going so low a carb that as long as my calories match with my protein count, I'm good. Okay, it's just a way of thinking. So I'll go through all the ways you could do it. It's all the same shit, as long as you're under 20% of the total calories on protein. And the rest of the calories are fat and trace carbs. Because once people lose a bunch of weight and get leaner, okay, those trace carbs could vary quite a bit. And you'll still be fucking losing weight like fucking crazy. Okay, but at the start, you want those trace carbs to be next to nothing. So the way I do it, here's one way. I'll go through all the ways you could fucking do this. But this is why you always want to start with a protein count. You always want to start with a protein count. So if you're a woman, all right, a good starting point would be 80 grams of protein, maybe 70. Okay, let's go with 80 because that'd be pretty average sized woman for height. Okay, 80 grams of protein. So the one way that I like to do it is I'll go 80 grams of protein times a factor of 20. That tells me that my minimum total calories on the day has to be over 1,600. Because if it's under 1,600, I'm not hitting the 20% maximum on the protein. That's the max I could have. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. So if you're a fat woman and you're trying to figure it out, you take the protein count that you pick. Something that's reasonable, 70 grams, 80 grams. Okay, but don't be 70 or 80. Pick a fucking number, all right? And then if you end up being 78 grams, do the math for 78 grams. Okay, so you times that by 20, all right, to get your total calories, which would be what, 1,560 total calories minimum. The rest of the calories will be from fat automatically and trace carbs automatically. Because we know we're all here, we're cutting carbs out of the fucking diet. Now that way, so you take the protein times by 20. That's the minimum calories you'd have to hit on the day. Now another way to do it. Still start with the protein. Still start with the protein. 80 grams. Okay, 80 grams of protein times 4 calories per gram is 320 calories. All right? Then you go 320 divided by 0.2. Because you got to be that number has to be maximum 20% of the total calories on the day. 320 divided by 0.2 is going to be 1,600. And if you work it backwards, 320 divided by 1,600 is going to be 20%. So that means that I could be, at minimum, 1,600 would be good on that macro split. Okay, the macro split never changes. Less than 20% protein. Now, if you want to be a person that's watching grams, see, this is the other thing. The same people that were running their mouth about the fucking ratio, it was the people that were running their mouth about the fucking 73-27 raw hamburger. I'm going to get to that. Okay, you got to fucking be accountable and figure this out anyway. If the fucking strips aren't showing color, you're fucking it up. Now, if you're looking at ratios, let's say you pick 80 grams of protein. So you need to get the 80. The protein, even though it's not the most abundant macro in the diet, it's still the most important. Okay, it's the most important because you still want to hit a minimum on the protein. Okay, fat don't build muscle, all right? So you want to hit a minimum. That's why I always start with the protein and work it from there. Okay, where if people start counting fat grams, they might end up working the wrong way and have some low-ass number of fucking protein grams because they didn't do the math and didn't fucking start with an amount of protein grams they knew they should have. So now they got to rework it again because they start with the fat and then it ends up giving them a protein number of like fucking 50 grams on the day because they're looking at the fat content of something and it's like, fuck, 50 is pretty low, so they got to work it back again anyway. You start with the protein, makes it easy. Now, 80 grams of protein if you want to use a 2-to-1. A 2-to-1 ratio meets the criteria. That's 18% protein, assuming all the other calories are pure fat. Okay, if there's some other calories in there, there are some trace carbs that actually, it still fit. As long as the carbs are low, it's fine. Okay? So you'd have 80 grams of protein. Okay, this is still a general female example. 80 grams of protein, 2-to-1. See, that's another thing because when you say 2-to-1, it's always putting the fat first. So people get caught up in the fat. Okay, you already know it's low carb. You need to hit the protein count. Don't fuck that up. Okay, you need to hit a minimum on the protein count. So if it's 80 grams of fucking protein, obviously it's going to be 160 grams of fat. Okay? 160 grams of fat. Now, if you actually do the math on that, okay, 160, so that, see, now if you have a meat source that's super lean and you're not making the 160 in fat, then you got to still add oil. Now, I don't like counting grams of oil. Like, fuck, I like just drenching it in tablespoons of fat because it's not going to be perfect. Okay, as long as you're over on the total calories for that protein count, it's all the same shit. Okay, I hope I'm not losing everybody. So if you had 80 grams of protein, then you'd have, if 2-to-1 meets the criteria, obviously 3-to-1 fat to protein is going to be way low. 4-to-1 fat to protein is the C-word protocol. Okay, that's 10% protein. 4-to-1 fat to protein, 4 parts fat, 1 gram of fat, 1 gram of protein is the C-word protocol. That's all under 20%. It all fits in the span of the 20/80 weight loss diet. Okay, it's the fucking top end that matters. Okay, as long as you're not over 20% of the calories from protein. But you don't need to be on the C-word protocol because that protein number would be very low if your calories are pretty normal. You'd have to have a real high amount of calories to hit a fucking protein count that's reasonable. Okay, but if you have fucking some real sickness like the C-word, epilepsy and shit, yeah, you do that. Okay, so back. I don't want to get on a tangent. 80 fucking grams of protein. You're a fat woman. See, this is another way I do it. You're a fat woman. So the first thing as a coach, I would tell you, okay, a good starting point is going to be a 1,600 calorie diet. So I always, calories still matter. As far as doing the math, it's a good place to start. Okay, 1,600 cal. So how much protein am I allowed maximum at 1,600 cal? Okay? That's where you go simply 1,600 divided by 20. Gives you 80 grams. Okay, if you use that 20 factor. I got the 20 factor from going 1 gram of protein times 4 calories divided by 0.2. 4 divided by 0.2 is 20. That's how I got that. Okay? That's why in yesterday's video, that's why I fucked up that ratio and didn't add the 4 because I was always thinking total calories on the big number when the fucking 18 fucking calories was from 2 grams of fat. I didn't add the other 4 for the 2-to-1 ratio. Okay? You probably just got completely confused there. The 2-to-1 ratio meets the fucking 2080 criteria, the 2080 weight loss criteria, all right? If you take 80 grams of fat, 80 grams of protein, that's going to be 160 grams of fat, all right? So that's 2-to-1, okay? Now the calories on that, assuming there's no trace carbs, okay, you'd go 160 grams of fat, 160, so you got 160 times 9, which is what? 1,440. Okay, I don't got a calculator here, motherfuckers, okay? So what? That's like 1,440, correct me if I'm wrong, 1,440 in fat, and then you got 80 grams of protein times 4 calories per gram is 320 calories of protein. 1,440 plus 320 is going to be, what, 1,760? So obviously that works then because 80 grams of protein, when you do the 2-to-1, comes out to 1,760 total calories, which meets the criteria because it's over 1,600. Okay, that is it. Okay, I'll go over that again. We're talking the 2-to-1 ratio. Okay, 2 parts fat to 1 part protein. Okay, that criteria fits in the 2080 diet protocol. It's fine because you're at 18% protein, which is under 20. You're fine. Okay, 3-to-1, 3 parts fat to 1 part protein is even lower. 4 parts fat to 1 part protein is 10%. Okay, that's 10% protein. That's really low. That's the C-word protocol. Okay, all of this shit's gonna make you fucking get crazy ketones. And you're gonna lose weight like crazy. It's just you don't go over the 20% on the protein. Okay, let's use another example. Let's use one for a male. So let's use a very simple 2,000 calorie diet. So it's like, okay, fat boy Joe gets a hold of me. It's like, I know that 2,000, okay, by the size of this guy, 2,000 probably be a pretty good cut. So I know already that that means that maximum we're allowed 100 grams of protein. Okay, I did that in my head just by going 2,000 divided by 20, using that factor, okay? Because we don't want to be over 20% on the protein. If we work it back the other way, 100 grams of protein times 4 calories per gram is 400 calories, right? Divided by 0.2, because we're taking the protein, we got to figure out the total calories that we have to hit minimum to make the 2080 diet work, is going to be 2,000 calories, because 400 is 20% of 2,000. The 400 comes from 100 grams worth of protein. That's the calorie count. The 2,000 is the top number. See again how I don't really give a fuck when I counted up about the grams of fat. I don't care, because naturally I'm going to hit what I need to hit. Okay, even if there's trace carbs there. Okay, I'm going to hit what I'm going to hit. It's easy that way for when in practice, when the food's on the plate, it's very easy for me to do that. To just be like, yeah, there's my grams of protein. I'm at 125 grams of protein. Okay, so that means my minimum calorie on this meal has to be, 2,500 calories? Okay, and then I just fucking fatten it up. Obviously, there's calories in the meat sources, and I just take a look at the calories in the pack. I just always use calories. I don't use the grams of fat, which it's the same shit. It's the same shit, okay? So for the example for the men, 2,000 calorie diet, we just worked out that it was 100 grams of protein. Okay, and I just showed you the other way how I got that. 100 grams of protein is 400 calories because you times by 4, all right? And that ends up being 20% of 2,000. There's the diet. That's it. The rest of those calories are made up from fucking fat and trace carbs. I don't need to be fucking all perfect on the fucking exactly the grams of fat because I already know I'm chasing trace carbs only. So the rest of the calories are going to be from fucking fat. My only goal is to make sure I'm over 2,000 on the total calories if I'm eating 100 grams of protein. Okay? It's very simple. All right? Now, if we want to figure out the grams, so let's say if we're doing a 2-to-1 with that one. Let's say if you're using the 2-to-1. So we have 2-to-1. So 100 grams of protein, all right, is going to be using the 2-to-1 because we know the 2-to-1 fits the 20-80 protocol. Okay? 2 parts fat to 1 part protein. So you got 100 grams of protein, then you got 200 grams of fucking fat, right? Because 100 times 2 is 200 of fat, right? The 100 grams of protein we already know is 400 calories. 200 grams of fat is 1,800 calories, all right? So totaled up, it's going to be 1,800 plus 400 is 2,200, which is way over, which is fine because in the 2-to-1, you're actually under your 18% protein. It's under 20, so you're good. That's why the calorie count comes out at 2,200. So we're good by a mile there. Okay, we're good by a mile because you only need 2,000 to meet the 20% criteria. So, but now if there's some trace carbs in there, okay, if there's trace carbs on top of it, then the calories would even be higher. So the fucking protein fucking percentage will drop even more. Okay, as far as the carbs go, we know it's trace. You're chasing like next to nothing. Fucking salad, green vegetables, nothing at all, whatever. Like, we already know this. The fucking strips need to show fucking color, the top 3 all the time. Okay, when you fucking get your liver all dumped out and you're dropping some weight, your blood sugar is going to show low as fuck. You're not hypoglycemic at 60, you fucking idiot. Or it's anywhere in the 60s, you're fine. You just got to adapt and get some fucking ketones rolling so you're burning some fat. You drop fat like crazy doing this. You can't fuck it up. You never hold water. You never hold a bloat. Okay? Sometimes you'll hold some water a bit because you're losing weight so fucking fast. It's never holding water from a bloat from eating a pile of carbs. It's holding water because you're dumping body fat so quick that your body's literally telling you to fucking fuck off. And you hold some water in spots where it doesn't look like a bloat. You're just heavy. And then you end up dumping that water. Okay, because it is like a staircase to weight loss. But you're never going to have big backslide swings at all. At all. Okay, the diet works so good because you're never fucking hungry at the same calorie count as every other diet. This diet, you're not hungry at all. You end up undereating. You got to be careful of that. That is why I want you to start. You can do it however the fuck you want. 20-80. But that's why I want you to start by figuring out a protein count so then you don't undereat. If you're using the ratio system to make sure you're under 20% protein, you potentially could undereat because if you're working from fat back, the protein might end up being some low-ass number. Because right now, if I asked you right now, how many grams of fat do you need in the day? Okay? Fuck, you need very little. But how many grams of fat do you need in the day? This is the fucking point why I was trying to hit on. You don't know. You don't know. But you do know that you need a minimum amount of protein. That is why, if you're using the ratios to figure shit out, that is why the protein's still the most important. Okay, when I go to eat my meals, I don't give a fuck what the fat ends up being. The protein matters though. Okay, it fucking matters if I'm at fucking 40 grams of fucking protein. I'm way too low. The fat is making up the energy source, but it's not make or break as far as fucking getting catabolic as fuck like the protein. Or under eating on protein. That is why I was trying to teach you motherfuckers to start with the protein that you would need on the day, a good solid number, and work your calories from there. Or work your fat from there. Don't fucking work backwards from the fat grams because you have no starting point with the fat grams. Especially, most people, once you get into it and you're doing that, you might know your fat grams and it'll work back to the proper protein count. But I know the protein count. Okay, because the amount of fat you need in the day, say if you're doing a non-ketosis diet, could be as low as like 40 fucking grams. Obviously, we're using fat for fucking straight fuel here. That doesn't apply at all. That is the point I was trying to get at, and that's why I fucking fucked up on those ratios, because I know people are gonna fuck up the protein count, and I wasn't fucking paying attention to those fucking ratio, the ratio system. Okay, but it does work. It's fine. As long as you're under 20% on the protein, but still hitting a correct protein count for your size. You want to be under 20% of the total calories from protein, but still hitting enough protein for your size. So you always start with the fucking protein. Because if the protein's on point, the amount of calories you're going to eat, if you're right close to 2080, over fucking 80% on the fat, under 20% on the protein, the amount of calories you'll eat is going to make you lose weight. Okay? You're never going to have to fucking yank it back so much on the calories that protein has to be rock bottom to the point where you're catabolic. I'll repeat that. That's important what I just said. You're never going to have to yank the calories back so much on this diet that it would have to bring the protein down to still keep the 20-80 ratio, that you're going to be crazy deficient on protein. That's what I was fucking getting at. And that is why I was fucking getting fucking sick and tired of people keep bringing up the fucking ratios, because they were focused on the fat grams and the protein grams are more important. Okay? The protein grams and the total calories are the most important. The protein grams and the total fucking calories are the most important. If you want to check yourself using the ratio, fine. But the protein and the total calories are the most important two fucking numbers. Okay. I got a bunch of fucking donations here. You can see that people are getting horny over this, because look at the results, okay? Make sure you actually comment on the video when it goes up, okay? Look at the fucking results I'm getting out of this, okay? Make ketosis great again, motherfucker. Okay, it's fine to use the ratio. The ratios, there's nothing wrong with them. Okay, nothing. I just want to fucking really get the point across that the protein's more important than anything. So a lot of the ratios, it starts with the fat first, 2 to 1, 3 to 1. So it's always fat. It's always about the fat, which is important, but it's only as important as hitting my 20-80 ratios. That's where the importance of the fat ends. After that, you make sure you're at a high enough calorie count where your macros are still 20-80, that you're hitting enough fucking protein. Okay, I don't want to see no women, unless you're like 4 foot fucking fuck all, that are like at 50 grams of fucking protein. Okay, obviously 50 grams of protein with a 2 to 1 ratio is going to be 100 grams of fat. But you didn't know that. You didn't know that, because that 100 grams of fat's arbitrary to how much fat your body needs. Like, needs. Okay, that 50 fucking grams of protein means something. Fuck, I don't want to see you at 50 grams of fucking protein. Fuck. That's the point I was getting across. The protein is critical. You start your fucking math with the protein. Okay, as long as now if you're a man, even the biggest dude would be fine if he was at like 120 gram of protein for a long period of time if he's a super fat pig. It's fine. It's that low end. Okay, most men of your average size, you don't want to be yanking down under 100 grams. 90 if you're a pretty small guy, or if you even have a day where you just hit 90 and you're a fat fucking pig, so what? You're fine. But when you're fucking getting leaner, and that's where it matters. The 20-80 ratio itself is perfect. It's the perfect diet. Okay, 20-80. Okay, the protein and the calories are they match perfect for the perfect body weight. Okay, as long as your protein is on point and you're not way high, you're right on point. And the calories that match that protein with 20-80 macros is going to be perfect as far as being on a fucking diet that is fucking ketosis, bitch. The strip colors. You need the strips. Okay, first, Grimmeth, donate me $5. Thank you very much. Daniel G, donated me $20, says, how do you get your vitamin C in? Food or vegetables and vitamin C. Okay, simple. This isn't a fucking carnivore fucking stupid ass diet. It's a fucking real diet. Okay, it's hardcore fucking ketosis, bitch. Ketosis. Okay, you can have vegetables. If you don't react to something, don't eat it. It's your body, not mine. Figure it the fuck out. Okay, just because every motherfucker saying vegetables will kill you, don't listen to that stupid shit. It's fucking preposterous. Fuck. Okay, like I talked about it before, the more food, the more variety you can handle, the fucking healthier you are than the guy that can't eat anything without getting all fucked up. Microdose shit in. God forbid you microdose things in. You don't just, people that are adapted to hot peppers and shit, they don't just eat a pile of habaneros in one sitting. They're fucking adapted to it because they've microdosed that shit for years. Okay, you think that doesn't give you fucking health benefits when you're adapted to eating fucking habanero peppers? Of course it does. Fuck. That's an extreme example because it's a hot ass pepper. It's the same with fucking vegetables. Okay, you do what you want. Hit the fucking macros. This is less than 20% of the total protein, less than 20% of the total calories from protein. The rest, fat and whatever, trace carbs from fucking whatever. Salad if you end up having salad. Maybe you have a meal where there's no carbs at all. Maybe there's trace carbs in your sausages. Okay, fuck, it's simple. 20-80 diet. 20-80 weight loss diet. Vitamin C, fuck, get some fucking vitamin C off the shelf if you want more. You'll get lots if you fucking throw vegetables in your diet. That's how fucking normal people would get it in. Okay? Hopefully I answered that question. Thanks for the donation. It's funny, people are so fucking brainwashed by the fucking carny bullshit that they think like you probably didn't even think about vegetables. Fuck. That's where you get the micronutrients. The large amounts of micronutrients, fuck. Okay, fucking liver doesn't have everything you need in it. Fuck. Stupid shit. Andrew Farrell asked me, donated me $2. Talk about dairy pure fat adds to meals. Fuck, if you want to fuck with butter or fucking heavy ass cream, do whatever you want. If you don't react good to it, don't eat it. Like, I'm here to teach you how to diet. Okay, I'm not a fucking culinary fucking artist. Okay, this isn't food dogma 101. Okay, hit the fucking macros with whatever foods you decide where you can still take a good shit. Make sure you get in your fucking snake juice, especially if you're losing weight like crazy. If you're losing weight like crazy, take a look at your calories. Take a look at the macros, especially if you're not even that fat. Okay, super fatties, they're gonna have a lot more, they're gonna be more robust to extreme things happening because they're a fat pig. But when you're not as fat, okay, don't be cutting weight so fast. You don't need to. Okay, as far as dairy goes, you got butter and creams like your fats. Like, fuck, it's just fats, nothing special. Okay, I usually oil shit up with fucking olive oil mostly to get the fats up to where I want them at to hit my calorie count that I want to hit. Okay, that matches the protein count that I'm hitting that day. Like yesterday, it was very simple. Here's what I did yesterday. I had 4 sausages that were 19 calories a pop. So it was under 80 grams from the sausages, just under, okay? 76 grams. And then that's not enough protein for me. Okay, I wanted to hit like about, what was it, about I wanted to hit at least like 120. And then I had some hamburger. It was raw. And that was about 50 grams of protein. So 50 plus 76 is 126 grams, okay? Now, so I have my protein on the plate that I'm going to eat. Like, I know what I'm going to eat in that meal. So then I would go 126 times 20 to figure out the total minimum calories I'd have to hit. Okay, what did that equal? 2,400, 2,520. Okay, I think it's 2,520 minimum. So what I did is I know that I got hit 2,520, if that's right. It should be close. Because I'm eating 126 grams of protein, I got to hit minimum 2,520 calories. So I just look at the package. I know how many calories is in the burger when it's raw, and I usually go under. I usually underestimate those calories a little bit. So the burger was like 200 grams. Okay, so I knew the calories there, 100 grams of fucking that burger was probably like, I just called it 200. I just called it 200, even though it was a little higher probably. Okay, it's okay. So then I had 400 calories of the burger, and I believe those sausages were like, I think they were like 1,500. So that puts me at like 1,900. And then I had some dark chocolate and shit. So basically I added enough tablespoons of oil to everything to bring it up probably close to 2,800 I was at. So I was at least 300 calories over my minimum. So that means that I was fatty as fuck. Okay, that means that my percent protein was probably like around 17, 16 maybe even that meal. But my protein number overall was still good, and this diet is so fucking crazy awesome that even when my calorie count is up there, as long as I'm hammering fucking ketones like crazy and the ratios are a little more aggressive, I'm gonna be losing weight. I'm gonna be losing body fat. Okay? I'm gonna be losing body fat when the fucking protein's where it should be, even if the fucking total calories are above. Okay? It's that simple. That's how I do it. I figure out the protein that I want to get in, and I'm like, okay, that's a good amount of protein, and I just make sure that the meal is basically oily as fuck, that I'm over the calorie count, whatever the protein times 20 was. So if you want to do it the other way, I was at 126. See, this is where it's a bigger pain in the ass, but anyway, I was at 126 grams of protein. If you're going to hit a 2-to-1 ratio, because we know the 2-to-1 ratio is good, because you're under 20% protein, you go 126 times 2, which would be 126 times 2 would be what, 252? 252. So basically, that'd be 252 grams of fat I would need, right? But like, that's the thing, 252 grams of fucking fat. What am I gonna do? Look at the sausage fats and the fucking chocolate fats and then fucking add up all these grams of fat and add it? No, I don't do that. It's a pain in the fucking ass. Okay, you can do whatever you want. Okay, but that's like, now I'm gonna fucking add this perfect, I gotta minus the fats regardless. You're always minusing something. You're either minusing calories or minusing fats. So that's why it's easy for me to just downplay the calories and just over add on the fat to make sure I'm way over on the calorie count. That's how I do it. It's a fucking joke. Okay, let me run that by you again. So I was eating, let's make it even 125 grams of protein. That'd mean that I'd need 250 grams of fat. I actually wouldn't need 250 grams of fat. I'd actually need a bit less. Because that 2-to-1 is actually 18% protein, that ratio. It's not 20. It's a little under, which is fine. That's good. So that puts me at 250 grams of fat. And so then what am I going to do? Go look at the sausages and the chocolate and like, it's a pain in the fucking ass when I do it that way. See, in practice, it's easy on paper, but in practice, it doesn't work good for me when I'm just trying to eat quick and add my meals up. Okay, I always go by the calories. So then you got 250 grams of fat times 9, which is going to give you what, 1,800, 50 times 9 is 450. So 2,250 calories worth of fucking fat. Okay, 2,250 calories worth of fat plus 4 times 125 grams of protein, which is going to be 250, 500 calories worth of protein times 2,250 in fat is going to be like 2,750 or something. Something close, whatever it is, 2,700. So, but see, it's just as much math. It's not easier. Okay, the easiest work for my brain to do it is always take the protein that I want to hit. The protein that I want to hit, 125 grams, if that's what it was yesterday. Sometimes it's not perfect either. It's like, I just look at the proteins, like, okay, close enough. Like I know the exact protein count, but it's like, oh, I want to hit exactly 120 today. I don't chase exactly 120. It's whatever it comes to with the meats I got in front of me. Maybe it's 117, maybe it's 110, maybe it's 125. I just make sure I'm not too low and I'm not too high. I'm right in the ballpark. And then once I do have the protein number, though, that it all does actually add up to, whether it's 118 grams or 122, then I times that by 20. A factor of 20 to figure out my total fucking calories that I need to hit minimum. And then I just oil the fuck out of that food until I know for sure I'm over on the calorie count. That's the simplest fucking way to do it. Okay? If you want to fuck around with counting grams of fat and shit, go ahead. Okay? It all works. Okay, hit the fucking ratios. Less than 20% of the total calories from fat. Okay, you're gonna learn this. This is good. Okay, you know why? Because somebody that messaged me that said I fucked that up yesterday when I forgot to add the 4 calories in when I was talking about the 2-to-1 ratio. Because what I did is I went 4 calories in a gram of protein divided by 18, which was actually the fat, not the total. Because everything else I was talking about, the whole video was all totals. I went 4 divided by fucking 18 in my head gives you 0.22, which doesn't meet the fucking 20/80 diet. But if you go 18 plus 4, because you add the 4 grams of protein to get the actual total calories, okay, which is 22, and then you go 4 divided by 22 is 0.18, which is good. Okay, however you hit it. End of the day, get these fucking strips showing dark fucking color. Simple. And you're going to be losing weight like crazy. That's what we're here to do, lose weight. The fucking scale's going to be dropping like a rock if you're doing it right. If you're doing it wrong, you're going to get mediocre bullshit fucking carnivore results. Okay, if you're doing it right, you're going to be dropping weight like mad. Fucking ketosis. Ketosis. Make ketosis great again, motherfuckers. Okay, that's where the fucking crazy weight loss happens. Fucking no stalls. Okay, no fucking stalls from all the fucking protein kicking over into fucking blood sugar and fucking glucose. What I was going to say is I'm already fucking screening out the bottom of the barrel dieters with this. Perfect. See, everyone's like, make it easier. I don't want it to be easier, motherfuckers. I don't want it to be fucking easier. Okay, that's how you get bottom of the barrel motherfucking dieters. That's how you get people that don't get you the results you want to see. Okay? So I had somebody message me yesterday, said, oh, I fucking forgot to add the 4. I'm like, fuck. Okay, so then I'm addressing it today, which it didn't matter, like I said, because it just helped me in the direction of less protein anyway. Okay, it didn't make a difference. So anyway, I know the guy because I went and rewatched my video. I'm like, where the fuck did I say that? And I went and rewatched the video, and it was like 8 minutes in. Perfect. That means the motherfuckers are watching my videos for at least 8 minutes. Okay, that's good. That actually made me happy about it because I'm like, holy fuck. They fucking caught this fuck up 8 minutes into this fucking video. Perfect. They're fucking watching it for probably the whole fucking video. Okay? Get rid of the bottom of the barrel dieters. Get some fucking results. Okay? The kind of fucking results I fucking used to get when I was still pumping this shit. If you go look at my Instagram, all those fucking results, most of those people were on fucking ketogenic diets. There's one ketosis diet, and this is it. 20/80 fucking macros or less on the protein. Okay, that's what I fucking even said it there. That's the problem. Everyone's like, low carb and keto diets. There is no keto diets. There's you're either in fucking ketosis all day or you're not. Okay, there's no fucking diets. That comes from food dogma bullshit. Ketovore, carnivore, fucking, go fuck yourself, vor. Like, fuck. It's bullshit. Get the fucking macros right. As long as you're under 20% on the protein. Okay, of the total calories, trace carbs. You can have salad and shit. Fuck. This is a very sustainable diet. There's no hunger. Okay, you don't get plugged up if the fat's through the fucking roof and the fucking protein's where I'm telling you to have it at. Justin Thompson donated me $10. Says, been showing dark strips for 2 days straight. Macros are on point. Had a fatty snack, and after I lifted heavy at the gym, I showed pretty light on the strip. Is my muscle getting gluconeogenicized? No, it's not. Fuck. You're not gonna fucking lose muscle like that, okay? It's fucking just a lactic acid from the gym. It's gluconeogenesis, that's correct, but it's from lactic acid turning into sugar. Okay, there's 3 ways. There's 3 fucking gluconeogenesis paths. Protein, a pile of protein. Okay, it's not fucking demand-driven jack-offs. If you eat a pile of meat, you're gonna fucking produce a pile of sugar. Protein, lactic acid, fat. You can still get sugar produced from a pile of fat, but it's fuck all. That's the fucking beauty of it. Okay, what do you think fucking keeps your blood sugar from you dying? You still gotta produce fucking sugar from something. Okay, That's how it works. You're still getting some fucking sugar from being in ketosis. Fuck. You're just not spilling over. You're not getting bloated up. The sugar that keeps the blood sugars rock bottom. There's still blood sugar. Just because your blood sugar's at fucking 65 milligrams per deciliter, or 72 milligrams per deciliter, or 60 milligrams per deciliter, there's still sugar in the blood. Fuck. It's not like it's zero. Fuck. Still gotta live. You gotta fucking, there's things that fucking need glucose to work. Okay, you're fine. Fuck. Hammer the weights just the same as any other fucking diet. Make sure you're getting the salts up when you're sweating like a pig. Okay, if you're a fat ass losing weight like crazy, crank the snake juice through the roof. Okay, pickles are still good. Oh, that's fine. Fuck. You're just drowning it out, diluting it with all that fat, and hitting a protein count that's fucking appropriate. For women, 60 to 90 grams around. Pick a number. Make it consistent on the day. If you hit 70 on the day, you'd want minimum 1,400 calories. If you're using the 2-to-1 ratio, fuck, if you hit 70 grams of protein, you'd want 140-ish fat. If you're doing that, and you still gotta fucking add your calories up still. Fuck, so you still gotta add the fucking calories up, and you'll see that it's over fucking 1,400, so you're good. Okay, 90 fucking grams of protein. Okay, times by 20, 1,800 calories minimum. Okay, trace carbs, the rest from fat. Okay, pick a protein count and match the calories to that at a minimum on the top end. Okay, don't work backwards. Don't fucking, see, that's why you never want to work backwards where you're ending up with the protein count. You want to start with the protein and work the other way, because the fucking protein is important. It's important that it's not fucking too high, but it's very important that it's not like fucking 40, because some people could end up going super low if they work backwards. Okay, like what would my protein count be if I fucking was using the 2-to-1 rule and I fucking ate like 90 grams of fat? You know what my protein would be if I used the 2-to-1 rule and I was like, oh, let's work backwards. I got 90 grams of fat in today. It'd be 45, which is fucking too fucking low. Fuck. Okay, that's the fucking problem if you work back and you're always fucking watching the fat grams. Watch the protein grams and work the other way. Whatever way you're doing it, watch the protein grams. Pick a protein count and work the other way. Figure out, know these numbers. Figure out, okay, what's the minimum amount of calories I have to eat if I fucking pick this amount of protein today? Okay? If I'm using the 2-to-1 rule, like if I pick this protein, then it's double that in fat grams. Okay, so then you can just at least use that to figure out calories. You don't have to go adding the grams of fat up, but you could be like, that'll definitely give you a calorie count that gives you within 20% protein and 80, that gives you under 20% max of protein. Okay, there's no doubt about that. Okay, if you fucking ate 80 grams of protein, and that would be, and then you use a 2-to-1 rule where it's 160 grams of fat, add up all the calories, you're gonna get a calorie count with those fucking with those ratios, with that amount of food, and if you divide the fucking protein by that calorie count, the protein calories by that calorie count, you're going to get less than 20% protein. Okay, so that's fine. However it works for you, when the food's in front of you is a different story. What's the least amount of complication to fucking easily fucking make sure you're under 20% protein? Because you know you're going to be trace carbs. We're not idiots. You're not eating carbs. Like you're eating, or salad, whatever. Okay, but when the food's on the plate in practice, this is why everyone's like, oh, it sounds complicated. Well, too bad, fucking idiot. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'm getting rid of the bottom of the barrel dieters. You know how many people, this really separates the fucking people that are going to get the best results. Because the people that fucking can get through this little bit of a learning curve are going to fucking melt. The people that fucking don't want to learn this shit, they're going to go right back to their old bullshit. And then they're fucking, all the results I'm going to slowly start seeing are going to be way better because of that. Okay, I'm screening out the fucking dummies. Get the fuck out. The more complicated I sound, the better. Fuck. In this situation, if I was teaching a fucking kid that was in grade 1, I'd want to definitely be empathetic and try to think like the kid. But in this situation, fuck, I'm trying to get rid of fat motherfuckers. Okay, put in a little bit of work. It's not that hard. Okay, I got people that fucking message me saying that I made a mistake. Perfect. Why don't you be more like them? Obviously, they're fucking doing the math. Hope I answered that question, okay? Lactic acid, the fucking strips will fade a bit and they'll get right back to normal. Okay, let's see here. Vandy donated me $10, 11 bucks. Says, I do better on 48s and 72s versus daily eating. But I'm fed up during the holidays. Couldn't get back to fasting. 2080 for a few weeks made it easy to transition back to extended fast. Here's some dollars. Thanks, Cole. Correct. When you get adapted to this shit, if you end up wanting to do some longer fasts on snake juice or whatever, it is a fucking joke. Obviously, pure fast, crank the snake juice through the fucking roof. But when you're already in ketosis all the time and showing color on these fucking strips, it makes fasting easier. So there's that. It makes the daily fasting easier too. Like yesterday, I meant to eat at like 3. And I got on a phone call and I was on there till 5. And I hadn't ate since the day before and I still wasn't fucking actually hungry. I was empty, but I wasn't hungry. The pangs aren't there. That's why you will lose weight like fucking mad. This is nothing new. I just had to rebrand it so people will listen again. Because the fucking carnivore community watered down the ketogenic diet so fucking bad with their stupid verbiage. Okay? If you're not showing color like this at the top of these all the time, keep ketosis out your fucking mouth. None of your fucking titles in any of your videos should say keto anything. Keep ketosis out your fucking mouth. Eric Joseph donated me $5. Says, hey Cole, I'm 5'8", 360 pounds. Will 2 liters of snake juice be enough for my size and 2,500 calories, 120 grams of protein on the 2080 diet? Okay, see this question this guy asked, this is perfect. Gives me his height, gives me his fucking weight. Now I can work with something. Starting with 2,500 calories, perfect. Okay, 120 grams of protein. Let's go through this a sec. So we'll do it all the different ways. Because a lot of people will be about the same size as this guy height-wise, like body size. Except he's probably way fatter than a lot of you. But he can eat like he's already ripped. Okay, this guy can eat the same diet I'm eating. Me and him are probably about the same size. He's a bit taller. It's okay to eat just the same as you would if you're already lean. And that's what he's basically doing. 120 grams of protein. So we'll do it my fast way. 120 grams of protein. I don't know what food choice he's making. I'd go 120 times 20, a factor of 20, would be 2,400 calories minimum. He's at 25. Perfect. He's over. Perfect. Okay, now I don't know what meats he's eating. Okay, but I would, if I had the meats in front of me, I would look at the calories. If it was, say, the sausages or something. Maybe it's 2 packs of sausages or something, and you were like, maybe you're 2,000 calories on those sausages because they're a little leaner to get his 120 gram of protein. What would I do? I'd look at the fucking calories quick. Okay, that's 2,000 calories. I got to get up past 2,400. I would add fucking 4 tablespoons or more of olive oil. That's how I do it. I just look at the calories of the meat source that I'm eating. Okay, I don't count the grams of fat. It takes too fucking long. It's a pain in the ass. The way I do it in practice is faster. Okay, but anyway, whatever works. Less than 20% protein, which he is less. Because his 120 times 20 would give you 2,400 grams. He's eating 2,500. Now let's do it the other way. Let's use the 2-to-1 ratio. See what comes up. So he's at 120 grams of protein. Always start with the protein. That's important. 120 is a good number for him. Okay? If he has the odd day where he's at 100, he'd probably be fine. Okay? But 120 is just about perfect for that size. 120 grams of protein. 2-to-1, if you're using the 2-to-1 rule to figure out the fat, you times fucking 120 times 2 is 240. Now you go to figure out the calories of each. 120 grams of protein is going to be 480 calories, so 480, okay? 240 grams of fat times 9 calories per gram is going to be 1,800. 240, 9 times 36, 360. So 1,800, 2,160. So you got 2,160 worth of fat plus 480. Okay, so 2,160 plus 480 is 2,560, 2,640, I believe. So that puts us at 2,640 total calories if you go with the 2-to-1 rule, which is way over the 2,400. So you're good. You're good. And then whatever trace carbs are in there is perfect. Fine. Works. Okay? Before I forget, the 73-27 hamburger, raw, assuming, see, I don't trust those ratios on hamburger. But raw, it is bang on 2080 when it's fucking raw. Are you eating it raw? Now, you know you're going to cook the shit out of that burger. So don't go telling people they can just eat 73-27 hamburger. Because it doesn't hit the fucking macros. If it's hitting 20% protein and 80% fat exactly because there's zero carb there when it's fucking raw, obviously cooked, it's not going to hit the numbers. Because you're going to be cooking a pile of fat out of it. You have to add fat to that motherfucker. Okay, this is the kind of shit. Be careful when you read my fucking comments. Okay, be careful when you read my comments. Okay, there's certain meats, as soon as you cook them, they're going to be too lean. 20-80 fucking macros. End of the day, if these strips aren't showing color like crazy, you're fucking it up. I just showed you my strip today. I'll show you another one while we're sitting here. Just to recap. I haven't ate nothing yet. Okay, I don't want to waste on my fucking strips. See the strips? See those colors? That's my strip right now. That should be your strip every fucking day. Now, some of you fat pigs, you'll drop a pile of weight, okay, and then you'll hold some water in a good way. You'll still be shrinking. It won't be like this bloat when you just fucked up your diet. When you're pissing a lot and you're in a water dump for maybe a day, those strips will go lighter on you. Okay, you're not out at ketosis. You know that as long as you're sticking to the fucking diet, there's no way. Once you're in ketosis, you're in. You ain't going out unless you fuck up these fucking macros. You're in. Okay, you're siphoning the gas off the tank. It's just going to keep dumping. You're just going to keep dumping body fat. Okay, but if you're a fat pig, you might have a swing where you'll fucking get a little light, but your weight will be dropping, motherfucker. That's how I know you didn't cheat. Because when these get lighter, the weight will be dropping like a stone because you're dumping a fuckload of fluid. Okay, so it's diluting the ketones. And then once you fucking are done with that water dump and get back to where you're leveled out, the ketones will darken up again. And they'll get really dark with fat pigs because their bloodstream's just full of fucking ketones because there's nothing that will put the brakes on the ketone production. You'll just keep fucking producing them and pissing them out, producing them. You'll use what you need for energy and you'll piss out. It's not fucking demand driven at all. The ketones definitely aren't demand driven. Okay, you'll just keep making them. Okay, you'll just keep making them. You don't need to exercise to make more. You'll just keep making them sitting there. Okay? It's not like there's some demand. It's you're gonna use more when you're exercising, but you're just keep making ketones. There's no hormone that puts the brakes where it's like, oh, fat, you better not break down into ketones anymore. You're just making them nonstop. Okay, non-fucking stop. I answered Eric Joseph's question thoroughly, all right? That fucking question should be a similar question to a lot of people. And his numbers are good. Just stick to that and watch what the scale does. And then get in the gym. Let's see here. WR Carmen donated me $10, says, just wanted to say thank you for bringing the real ketogenic diet back from the bullshit. You're welcome. Thanks for the donation. Let's see here. Okay, here's... Oh, fuck, there's a fucking pile of questions. Okay, here's one. Kathleen donated me $10. Thank you very much. The Trader's Playbook donated me $5. Says them sausages are over 3,000 milligrams in sodium. How is that healthy for someone with high blood pressure? Plus, it's processed food. So cares. Okay, fuck. You're gonna be fucking dumping that salt like crazy when these fucking strips are showing fucking color. Stop worrying about sodium. Okay, and when you fucking get into this fucking shit, you're gonna be dumping so much water. What do you think your blood pressure is high from sodium? It's because you're a fucking pig. Okay, you're gonna dump, and then you're gonna have to come off the fucking blood pressure meds. Okay, the fucking sodium, you're gonna dump that like crazy. Get these fucking strips showing fucking color. Okay, stop worrying about this shit. Fuck, salt isn't gonna kill you. Fuck, it's one of the best things for you. Okay? It's when you eat a pile of fucking trash and you're way up on the calories, okay, in the context of being in the context of weight gain, when you're fucking taking in a pile of salt plus a pile of sugar, yeah, that's bad. Because then you're just bloated to the gills. What do you think makes your blood pressure go fucking through the fucking roof? You want it to be 3,000 milligrams of sodium. Why do you think I was telling people to eat them to start off? Because then they won't fuck up their electrolytes and have their electrolytes get all out of fucking whack like all these fucking carnivores are having issues. Don't say shit. Fuck. That's exactly the reason. And the potassium sky high too. Perfect. Snake juice. Thanks for the fucking donation though. Okay, don't be scared of salt. Don't be scared of fat. Okay? Fucking in the context of fucking weight loss, you're laughing. Okay, be scared of being fat. Okay, get lean. Any fucking thing. Even any diet that you're getting lean on is going to be better than being a fat ass. Okay, this diet just kicks the shit out of everything because there's no fucking hunger. And you just melt. And there's fucking biomarkers I can hold you fat pigs accountable to. There's no fucking debate over the protein. 2080, there's no fucking debate, bitch. It's not like fucking being on another fucking regular calorie deficit on some non-ketosis diet where there's a fucking debate about the macro split. There's no debate here, bitch. Your carbs got to be at a minimum. Your protein's got to be under 20% of the fucking total calories, bitch. That's why I love this shit. It's so easy to hold you accountable, motherfuckers. Christian Barber says he donated me $20. Do I need to count calories or to cut? I went from 219 to 211 in 3 days. Fuck, 8 pounds in 3 days. Maybe my BMR is lower than what is normal. I'm doing PR City workout and hit on the off days. I'm 6'5", so I'm not fat, but I'm trying to cut joint pressure. With this diet, you want to be counting calories. But to eat enough to gain weight on this, if the macros are right, you're going to want to fucking puke. Especially at your size, all right? Like, I have a tough time getting people to eat enough that are actually at a proper body weight. All right? So if you're at your size, you're big, okay? You could even start as high as, 150 fucking grams, 140 grams of protein. I don't know how, like, you're not that heavy. 6'5", 211. Oh, you're actually a pretty good weight at your height. So, like, watch the scale and don't let yourself lose weight any quicker. Bump it up. Okay, you can keep the macros. You can maintain on this. Just bump it up. You're not going to be hungry until you get really lean. Okay, so whatever your calories are, just get the ratios right. So, example for you, big guy, fuck around with like maybe 3,000, maybe 3,400 even. At 3,400 calories, that means that the maximum protein could be 170 grams of protein. But trust me, you're not even going to need that. Okay, if that feels just too much, you could bring that back to 150 grams of protein. See, this is the thing. When you're eating a full calorie count and you're a big dude, the protein doesn't have to just keep climbing with the fucking ratio. You could just add more fat to get more food in. Okay? You don't have to keep bringing it up. But that would be the minimum protein. Would be like 150 grams, 3,000 cal or more. Okay, so 150 grams maximum, 3,000 cal minimum. Okay, 170 grams maximum, 3,400 calories minimum. Okay, just stick to the fucking macros. And if you feel like you need to eat more and there's no fucking way you're doing it in one meal and you're trying to eat OMAD for some reason, do it in 2 meals. Do it in 3 meals. See, sometimes if you're actually getting ripped on this, that's when you actually have to eat more than once a day if you're doing OMAD or some shit. Okay? So if you need to fucking get in 30, let's say it's 3,400 calorie, and let's say the max protein's 170. If you got to hit fucking 2 meals that have about 85 gram of protein, and you're at 1,700 calories each meal, fine. Breakfast, dinner, whatever, or maybe break into 3. Okay, maybe you're at 150 fucking grams of protein, 3,000 cal. You feel really good on 150 grams of protein. Maybe you're even eating 3,200 total calories, added fat. But 150, break that into 3 meals, 50 grams of protein a pop, 1,000 cal meals, right? 50 on the high end, 50 grams of protein max, 1,000 calories minimum. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. So, when you have the problem where you're losing weight too quick, just eat more. Just eat fucking more. Just get the macros right. Okay, like that's why I had people on the last live I did. Somebody said something about, I think I need more protein than that. What are you talking about? Then just eat fucking more of the whole ratio. Okay, if you're eating 100 grams of fucking protein max, 2,000 cal minimum, if you feel like you need more protein, then eat 120, 2,400. Okay, if you need more fucking food than that and the weight's dropping like a rock, then bump it up to 130 gram of protein, 2,600 calories minimum. 130 gram maximum on the protein side. Okay, you just move it up, but just move them both. Okay, if you're a monster of a guy like this guy, if you're losing weight too quick, bump it up. Okay, just don't have the protein go higher than 20%. Protein lower than 20% of the total calories. If you're a huge dude and you have to eat 4,000 calories just to maintain, obviously weight loss isn't even your fucking problem. But if you want to stick to this diet just for the health benefits, what you could do it forever. Fucking, you can do this forever if you want. There's no issues. You just got to eat enough. And you're never hungry. That's the thing, especially when you're eating at maintenance. 4,000 calories, you might be eating 200 grams of protein, maximum, 4,000 cal minimum on the calories. Or maybe you feel really good at 180 grams of protein, but then you're cranking it up to 4,200 calories. So that's less than 20% protein, but you're still way up on the calories. You might feel great on that. That's what I was doing when I was doing a crazy amount of exercise during fucking cornvid. Is I was eating about 140, 150 grams of protein, and my calorie count was through the fucking roof. Okay, like I was getting in like 4,500, 5,000 cal some of those days, but my protein count was low. Okay, very low. Not low for the amount of protein, though. I was good. It was low compared to the fucking total calories. I just kept cranking up the fat because my body, I'm like, I didn't feel like I needed more protein. I just wanted more energy. I just wanted more fat. Okay, that works. Fucking get hardcore with this shit. If you want to play around with those really radical ratios once you're at maintenance and you're a big guy, dial it in. Be like, geez, I feel pretty good on like 160 gram of protein, which would mean 3,200 calories minimum you'd have to hit on the day to keep your ratio consistent. But you could bump it up to 4,000 calories and still be running only like 150, 160 gram of protein. That feels great. That feels great. You're drowning the protein right out with fat. Crazy ketones. Okay, you'll stay fucking shredded to fuck forever with no hunger at all. That's beautiful shit. That's beautiful shit when you're fucking got ratios like that and the protein count's still basically something that I would say is enough. Okay, and then the fat is fucking way high. Okay, a reasonable protein count, something that's reasonable for the size you are, and then the fat you're running way up there, so your fucking protein percentage is like 15 or some shit or low. Okay? Like, for example, the C word, let's talk about the C word macros for a sec, but with crazy high calories. It could get as crazy as you could have somebody, you could be eating, you wouldn't ever need to do this. But if you're eating 150 grams of protein, at 20%, the minimum calories is 3,000. So that means that at 6,000 calories, imagine eating 6,000 total calories, like you're getting in that much fucking oil, and you're still at 150 grams of protein. That is 10% protein. That's 10%. So that is huge calories. That's not a little amount of protein. That's a lot. But the calories are so fucking high. Okay, that's some extreme ketosis. That's some hardcore shit. That'd be somebody that is doing like that just doesn't feel like they need to eat more protein, but they're doing like stupid amounts of fucking long distance running or something. Okay, they might feel really good on that crazy ratio because they need the energy from the fat, but the protein intake is good enough. They don't feel like they want to eat more than 150 grams or maybe 180, even though the ratio's way down there. Okay, that's next level fucking performance shit if you're fucking doing like a lot of distance shit. And obviously you're not going to eat that in one sitting. That'd be like a very high frequency diet. That'd be a very high frequency diet. That'd be like taking 150 grams, maybe divide that by 5 meals a day at 30 grams of pop of protein, and then you're literally hitting like 1,200 fucking calories every time you sit down with only 30 grams of protein. Okay, like that you can actually almost manage that because the fat is, that's extreme. You wouldn't be like that crazy, but that's what I'm talking about when you have really low ratios on and still a high calorie count, and the protein is still good. It's still enough. It's lots. It's a ton. But the fucking calories are way high just because the ratios look like the C word ratios doesn't mean the fucking protein's low at all. Okay, so back to what I was trying to say. If you need more fucking food, just eat more food. Just get the ratios right. You increase all of it, not just the protein. You don't just increase the protein and keep the calories the same. That throws you out of the ratios. That's going to get your protein over 20%. You're not fucking doing the 20-80 diet no more. You're not going to get the results that fucking motherfuckers are going to get from this fucking insane fucking weight loss protocol. Hopefully that answered his question. So if you're losing weight like crazy, just bump the fucking food up. And if you fucking are trying to eat OMAD, don't. Then, if you're overfilled, just eat twice or 3 or whatever. Okay, weight loss isn't the issue. Let's see here. Girl named Toby donated me $5. Says, love you, Cole. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the donation. Charles Robinson says, donated me $5. Said, what numbers would you want to see on a ketone meter? Just bought one the other day. Don't even worry about blowing money on the blood tester. Okay? Don't even worry about blowing money on the blood tester. Just you could just stick to using the cheap strips. It's fine. Because if you get that paranoid with the blood tester, then you're wasting a ton of money on those strips. All right? You're wasting a ton of money. Yeah, there's lots of other like nutritional keto, like just fucking use the fucking strips because the color slaps you in the face. It's idiot proof. All right, just don't waste money on the fucking because there's gonna be fucking some pretty crazy numbers you'll get on that blood meter if you were say doing a fast and you were like you can get some you don't know what the minimum is. Okay, you don't know what the minimum is, but like if you're at even 0.5 millimoles per liter, like that's nutritional ketosis, right? Like, but if you just worry about the strips, I don't want to see people just wasting a bunch of money because those fucking blood keto meters are expensive and those strips are retarded. Because I bought one once and it was a fucking waste of money. Okay, you're better off to almost use a blood sugar meter if you want to check the blood sugars. Okay, look for rock bottom blood sugars, and then that combined with these strips is going to be better. And we're here to lose weight anyway, right? We're here to lose weight anyway. Like I was listening to a guy on the blood meter, and he said he was on a 7-day fast, and he was pulling like, I believe it was 7 millimoles per liter of ketones. But he was like on a 7-day fucking fast. And even on these strips, when you start getting in some color, you're showing it's, 1.5, 4 millimoles per liter. But I know that on the blood tester, if you're showing 0.5, like on these, you're going to show pretty fucking dark colors if you're showing a decent number on the blood tester. Okay, but you don't got to worry about the fucking blood tester, okay? You don't want to waste your money. Kimberly Wright donated me 20 bucks, says, "Hi, Cole. Thanks for the motivation. I can't wait to start dry fasting again. I have neuropathy in my legs and hips. I'm using the bacon to kill my appetite." Like, if you're dealing with any sort of neuropathy, blood sugar issues, like, this is the diet, period. All right? This is the fucking diet. Mr. Soul Eater 777 donated me $2,000, whatever that unit is. I'm on day 5 of a snake juice diet and notice that sometimes my stomach feels nauseous even when I work out. Does that mean I need to drink more snake juice? I don't drink a full 2 liters since day 4 and feel fine. If you're talking like you're on a straight snake juice fast, just relax. You don't need to be working out. Okay, start working out when you fucking jump onto this diet. Okay, if you start feeling like shit, sometimes you get a little nauseous. Like, who knows? Like, you're on a straight snake juice fast and you're training. How much are you sweating? Okay, you got to have the fucking snake juice cranked. Okay, you don't need to be doing a bunch of training. You're fucking not eating. Okay, you don't need to ever do a bunch of exercise on the fast if you're doing a long fast. Worry about getting off the fast. Jump onto this diet. Don't eat a bunch of fucking food in the sitting. When you come off that fast, eat some smaller meals, then figure out a frequency that works for you on the eating frequency, and then get into the diet. Okay, don't be that desperate to fucking try to cut weight like that where you could fuck yourself up. Mr. Soul Eater donated me $1,000. I'm doing prolonged fasting, by the way, and going for 30 days. I'm 182 centimeters and weigh 80 kg, but I'm trying to bring the weight down lower, maybe to 70 kg. Okay, like right now, I'm going to tell you right now why you're doing that. Okay, you don't need to. Okay, get on the fucking proper diet and you fucking get in shape and build some muscle. You don't need to do that. You're only 180 pounds. Okay, you don't need to try to attempt some crazy shit. Okay, get consistent. Get on a fucking diet, something you're going to hold on to for a long period of time. Okay, you're not even a fat guy. Okay, like fuck, build some muscle. Christian Barber donated me $2. Just to clarify, I'm starving all the time at 3,000 calories. Okay, like, what was the last question? Trying to figure out what he asked before. Was that the guy that was 6'5"? If you're starving all the time at 3,000 calories, what do you mean all the time? Are you doing this diet? Are those fucking strips showing color? Are you getting enough salt to hit these ratios? Okay, eat more. Okay, at the start, if you're trying to adapt, just eat more. Get the fucking ratios right. Where's the fucking strips? Kimberly Wright donated me 20 bucks, says, hi, Cole. Thanks for the motivation. I can't wait to start dry fasting again. I have neuropathy in my legs and hips. I'm using the oh, I already read that one. Shit. This one where the guy just mentioned 3,000 calories. Like, I need more information. Bruce Wilkie donated me 5 bucks, says, what you think of exogenous ketones to get into ketosis faster? I knew people were going to start asking this. Fuck those fucking exogenous ketones. Rip off. Rip off. Okay, just do what I'm saying. Okay, you're trying to lose fucking weight. Okay, just get these fucking strips showing color fucking naturally with the diet. Okay, you don't fucking take ketones and your body's going to make them for body fat. Okay, that was the biggest fucking scam ever. Okay, it's bullshit. Why the fuck would you do that? When you fucking just produce ketones from fat. It's fine. We're trying to lose weight. Okay, there's no reason for them. I've never taken them in my fucking life. Okay, you don't need them. Okay, waste the money. Just fucking stick to the fucking diet. Okay? Getting ketosis by fucking forcing ketosis with proper macros or fasting. Dave M donated me 2 bucks, says, is 45 low blood sugar feel good? That's getting low. I've had type 1 diabetics get super adapted to this, show numbers like that. One old guy was real low and he felt great. 45, like if you're not fucking bullshitting me, it's getting down there. But as long as you're hitting those fucking macros and I don't know, is there more to this? Like, were you on any meds or anything? Okay, if you feel good, you feel good. You're not going to die. Okay, you're not going to die. If you get super adapted, some people show some low numbers. Like you will kiss in the 50s. 45 seems low, unless you're a type 1 diabetic. And even then, a lot of them wouldn't see those numbers. But you will have way lower blood sugars when your body's that efficient at using ketones for fuel. But 45 is fucking down there. But if you feel like $1 million, you're fine. Maybe the fucking number's fucked up. Who knows? Maybe the tester's not fucking pulling the right number. But if you're not dead, you're still alive, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. Christian Barber, 20, when he donated me the 20 bucks, he was the big guy. That's what I thought. So if he's hungry all the time on 3,000, you're losing weight like crazy. Okay? Common sense. You're dropping weight like fucking crazy. Bump the fucking food up. 3,000 is too low. You're too big. Okay? See that? How, like, you're losing weight on 3 grand. Okay? Like, that's how good this diet works. That's a good problem to have. Eat more. Okay? Bump that shit up. Okay, bump that shit up to like 3,400, 3,600. Okay? Get the ratios right. Don't fuck that part up. Okay, don't go over on the protein, especially when the calories get really high. Make sure you're under for sure. Okay, 20% or less. Okay, just fucking eat more. That's perfect. Clifford Franklin donated me 10 bucks, says, Cole, I'm 40-year-old male, is that what that means? 414 pounds, 6 feet tall. What would the minimum amount of protein I need to hit the 2080 correctly? A good starting point, 6 foot tall guy. I always look at the diet that would be the diet that's going to get you relatively lean. Okay, so at 6 feet tall, I don't know how much muscle you have on you. I don't know how big your bone structure is. But start at 414 pounds. A good starting point would be even 2,400 calories. You're a fat ass. Hitting 120 grams of protein. If you're losing weight like crazy on that, then bump it up maybe to 130 grams of protein, maybe 2,600 calories or over. Okay, play in that range. Okay, truthfully, if you're doing some activity, you're going to probably be dropping on 150 gram of protein or less, 3,000 cal. Okay, but you don't, it depends how fast you want to try to lose it, but you don't need to get stupid about it. 2,500 calorie total overall is going to be a good number to start with to see what that looks like. 125 grams of protein. Something right in there. Make sure you're getting the salts in. If you're dropping weight like a bat out of hell, either bump the food up or make sure you're cranking the salts like crazy. Charles Robinson donated me $5, says, tomahawk. Yeah, I haven't talked about the tomahawks yet today. Fuck. Okay, if you're eating tomahawks, you got to add a fucking shitload of oil. I talked about that yesterday with the ribeyes. Okay, if you're eating a fucking 100 grams of ribeye at fucking, basically I give it the benefit of the doubt at 190 calories, but call it 290 calories. Call it 250. Okay, so 250, 25 grams of fucking protein. That means the minimum you'd have to hit would be 500 calories total. And if you're at 250 calories, you're going to add like 2 fucking tablespoons of fucking oil to that to get it fatty enough. Same with them tomahawks. Okay, they're trash for fucking, they don't work for this diet if you don't add a pile of fucking fat to them to get the macros right. The macros matter. John donated me $5, says, Cole, is it possible to lose 40 pounds in 1 month? What would the game plan be for that? I don't know. Yeah, you could for sure. But I don't know how fat you are. Like if you're a super fat ass, fuck, easy. Easy. Without even fucking getting crazy with the calorie count. Okay, if you're a big dude and you get on this, you're going to fucking drop weight like a stone. Okay, 30 pounds in 30 days would probably be a fucking pretty normal thing to see if fat asses were doing this. Okay, like the last guy that just messaged me there with the 414-pound body weight at 6 feet tall, if he was right around, he's the kind of guy he'll probably dump 30 pounds in 30 days on the calorie count I just gave him if he's somewhere around 2,400 cal, 2,000 cal. But he doesn't have to. I'd rather see him lose a little slower and go to the gym and pump some serious iron and build muscle on the way down on this diet. And having the protein high enough that he can actually build some muscle. So he's like, something that's reasonable where you're at maybe 120, 130 gram of protein, and at 120, you're at 2,400 cal. At 130, you're at 2,600 cal or more. Shadow 1910 donated me $5, says, does 2080 help with loose skin? Well, for starters, if you're a fat ass, get loose skin first. Like, lose the weight, right? Like, lose the fucking weight. But if you're talking about autophagy and shit, just don't even, who cares about loose fucking skin anyway? Like, if you're a fat ass, just fucking get lean. If you want to really fucking do the best job on loose skin, no bullshit, get lean and fucking stay there forever. That's how you give your skin the most chance to tighten up. Get lean and stay there forever. And yes, this diet's going to give you excellent skin because it's fucking so anti-inflammatory and your growth hormones through the roof. It's the anti-aging way to eat. Okay? But just get lean and stay there. And that's how you're going to tighten up the skin the most. HexyCat said, is it okay to have mixed frozen berries once in a while if you fit the carbs into the daily limit? 15 grams net carbs in 1 cup if I have 70 calories. The fat asses don't be eating no fucking berries. Lose some fucking weight. Okay, if you're fucking lean and you can fit it into the macros and you're drowning that little bit of fucking, especially berries, low carb berries. Okay, I don't even want to go down that road right now because fucking people will fucking start fucking running with it. Okay, but if the fucking carbs and net carbs are rock bottom and they're drowned out with a pile of fat, you're not going to have an issue. Okay, experiment. Get lean. Okay, if you're a fat ass, you don't need to be fucking eating berries. Just stick to fucking stuff that you blatantly know isn't gonna fuck you up. Okay? Like fucking vegetables, if you're eating vegetables or nothing or whatever. Okay, don't get lazy already, motherfuckers. Don't try to fucking change this into the easy road already. Fucking berries. You don't need them right now if you're a fat pig. I would have liked to give that guy a better answer on the blood ketone meter question. They are a waste of money, but because I don't have a pile of people that are always using the meter and showing me like all sorts of different numbers, I couldn't give an answer that's like an exact fucking number you should see. Okay, I know that some extreme numbers will be like up around 7 millimoles per liter. You know, on the bottom end, you know, they'll have like a kind of a definition for fucking on the low end of 0.5 and shit, call it nutritional ketosis. You know, I know that when I was trying to remember, when I was doing it, when I was just eating like 2080 macros, I believe I was showing numbers that were in like the twos. Like it rings a bell to me that I was like 2.4. It was a really good number. It was in the twos or something. But now that you said that, I'll go do a little bit of looking. But like I said, as long as you're fucking showing dark, that's why I know for sure if you're showing even something that's even decent on the blood ketone meter, you're probably definitely good on these strips. Because on these strips, if you're showing down here all the time, you're fucking it up. If I know that you're up here all the time, if you're using the ketone meter and you're rich and you're using a blood ketone meter, you're gonna show good numbers all the time. And we're here to lose fucking weight. So your weight's gonna be dropping. Okay? But you want these fucking strips to be the top 3, and anybody that's checking the ketone meter, if your strips are always up in here, you're going to be showing good numbers on that blood ketone meter as far as fucking being in like pure fucking fat burning mode. Scott Del Fugo donated me $5, says, I'm a disgusting fat lazy pig. I lost well on low carb. I want to melt it off. A can of Spam or a pound of bacon and 4 eggs a day works. 6-1-280. That's fine. Okay, just hit the ratios. Learn this. Okay, don't just pick a food. That works. Fucking do the math. I don't know what bacon you're eating. I don't know 2080 macros. Do the fucking math. At 6-1-280, a good calorie count, a good protein count to start with would be like same as everybody else, like right around maybe 120 grams of protein on the low end. So that means 240 calories minimum. And then see what the scale does. If you're losing weight like a bat out of hell and feel good, stick with that. If you're losing weight like a bat out of hell and don't feel great, bump the fucking food up to maybe 2,800 calories, and that would be 140 grams of protein or less. Okay, I don't know what access to bacon you have, but if you're talking just bacon, that Harvest bacon, 2 fucking packs for a big guy a day is gonna fucking get you there. Okay? 1 pound of bacon, or if you're buying like those kilo packs, that would be enough to build some serious muscle on a fucking crazy cut, showing crazy color on these strips all the time, being in deep ketosis. Okay? A kilo of that bacon is gonna be right on the money. Okay? The protein's gonna be quite low. And you should feel good, and the fucking salts are through the roof. Potassium and sodium. Okay, so that'd be a good start. Just get the fucking strips and get started on the diet. Put the focus on the diet. Put the focus on, am I hitting these macros? Focus on that. Mick Speechless donated me $10. Says 5'9", 340 pounds, 50-year-old male. Trying to get down to 190 pounds. Can you help me out with some macro numbers? Yeah. So 5'9", same thing. Always remember, you're a fat ass, but treat yourself when you're fucking starting this diet like you're already at your goal as far as what the macros and calories will look like. You don't even worry about calorie fucking calculators and throwing in 340 into that calorie calculator. Okay, just start with a number. Okay, this is what a guy, if I was lean, this is what I'd be eating. So for you, same thing. A good start is going to be like 120, 130 gram of protein, and then about 2,400, or if it's 130 grams of protein, maybe 2,600 calories. Just start there. And then and if you're dropping weight like crazy, then, and if you feel like, okay, this is a little bit low, then bump it up. Then maybe go to like as high as maybe 150 grams of protein maximum, 3,000 calories minimum. Okay, that never changes. Okay, you can almost use those as the name. Like, that's like whatever fucking, when you talk to me, it's like, okay, cool, I'm doing 150 gram of protein, 3,000 calorie minimum. Okay, I'm doing 140 gram of protein, 2,800 calorie minimum. Okay, it's so simple that way. So simple. Bushidoki. Donate me $20. Says, is it better to eat a cool fat than when it's cooked? I'm getting heartburn from bacon fat and beef fat. Should I just strain the fat and add olive oil, or will I get used to it? Thank you. Are you sure that's what's giving you heartburn? Okay, you sure? And how fat are you? Like, how unhealthy are you? Okay, it's fine though. Like, it's fine to add the oils. Like, if the oil feels better, then add the oil. Okay, you're gonna have to fuck around with it. Change out the meat source. Okay, don't eat so much in one fucking sitting. Okay, maybe do multiple meals and see how it feels. Okay, maybe get in some fucking apple cider vinegar and shit. Okay, maybe eat some fucking vegetables. Okay, just make sure you got the macros right and just play around with the other stuff. Make sure the macros are right is the most important part, and then play. Okay, if you gotta eat 3 squares a day because you have no fucking gallbladder to eat this high-fat diet, or fucking 5 fucking small tiny meals a day, then so what? Do it. Okay, you can still pull this off with no gallbladder. You just gotta eat fucking small fucking meals. Okay? High-frequency keto diet that I used to talk about. Same fucking macros. Just eat little tiny fucking meals so you don't shit your brains out. Okay, just fuck around with it a little bit. Okay, if I missed any questions, like I said, send them to me on Instagram, screenshot them. Okay, send them to me on Instagram, Snake Diet Wizard. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Okay, subscribe to this fucking YouTube channel. You can message me on Cole Robinson on Facebook. All right? If you have any questions. Don007 says 2080 on OMAD, question mark. I thought the body couldn't absorb more than 25 grams of protein in a meal. You thought wrong. Okay, fuck, there's even fucking science that's coming out blatantly that was showing that basically eating a meal a day was almost better. Okay, your body will take it all up, especially if you eat that meal after the fucking workout. That's old bullshit. Okay, fuck, there's a million natural lifters that still pull off OMAD, all right? Like, you don't have to eat OMAD, but fuck, you're not gonna, you don't need to. In what world would somebody out in the wild have to eat fucking every fucking 2 seconds? That was always bullshit. Always bullshit. Especially if you go and train hard and eat a big bolus of protein after that workout, like a big meal, like a 20-80 meal like this, you're going to take it all up. And your muscle protein synthesis is going to fucking last way longer. Like the fucking dose matters. Why can't people get that through their fucking head? The fucking dose matters, like just as much as anything. Fuck, I ate OMAD for so fucking long, many days in a row. If any of that would have been true, I would have been like literally like just bones, skin and bones. And I could still go to the gym fasted at 170 fucking pounds and deadlift 500 on no fucking food on OMAD. Christian Barber asks, donate me $2, says, sorry, one more question. How much water per day? Just get water and don't choke back on water. If you're active, get in snake juice and then fresh water on the side. Okay, you don't got to overthink that shit. Okay, this is just a normal diet. This is the norm. Just you guys fucked up dieting so bad. It's not that big of a deal. It's 20-80 macros. Okay, 20-80 macros. Fucking ketone strips showing color all the time. As far as the amount of protein that I'm telling you to eat in this diet, that's a good amount of protein in any diet. Okay? It's the ratios that are the magic trick with this diet. Okay? The fucking ketone strip showing color, low fucking blood sugar numbers, big weight loss, no bloating. Can a pregnant woman do this diet? Yes, just eat enough food. Okay, if you're fucking pregnant, don't try losing 10 pounds a week. Just eat enough. Okay, if you see a fucking weight drop and it's quick, fucking eat more. Just eat more. Okay, you just gotta eat more. Somebody said, is urine keto friendly? Yes. It's fucking piss. As far as water is concerned, you just drink fucking water when you're thirsty. Fuck. And it's real thirst on this because you're not fucking drinking water to compensate for a pile of sugar that you ate. Or a pile of meat that you ate that's turning into sugar. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. And like I said, if I missed any super chats, donations, get me on the other social media stuff. All right? I fucking basically explained everything again today. Okay, you guys can't fuck this up. The 20-80 weight loss diet. Make ketosis great again.